Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I am so excited today because I'm going to show you guys the recent witchy books that I've bought. As you guys know, I'm obsessed with books. I love buying them and I love witchy books. This whole bookshelf back here, if you guys saw my witchy / spiritual book collection, I talk about all these books. These are all the books that, most of these I've read or I'm getting to. They are on the list of ones to read. But these ones I'm talking about today, I have just bought and I haven't read them. There's one that I've started reading, but I haven't read any of the other ones. So I just wanted to show you, kind of like, be like, ooh, look what I found. And if you guys want to get them, obviously they'll be linked below. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so this first book is so pretty. This is called You Are a Goddess by Sophie Bashford. And this book is just so nice. Like, if you guys saw my last video of manifesting with makeup, you know I'm super into like the divine feminine and like treating yourself like a goddess. And this book is like, it's instead of like the other witchy books that are more like pictures and like fun spells and like just very, very intro level, this one's like a dense, in-depth book about specific goddesses. They go over, It goes over a number of different goddesses and like powerful females throughout history. We have Kali, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, am I saying that right? The Avalon Priestess, Hecate, Aphrodite, Lilith, Mary Magdalene, and Isis. And so a number of very powerful women throughout the world, throughout times, and also like how to like integrate that into like your personality and like kind of finding those traits within yourself and like really treating yourself like a goddess. So this for me, like I saw it, I just like immediately was connected to it and I was just like, I don't know what it is. Like this is not my typical color scheme that I would go towards, but I was just like, I need to read this. And it says working with the sacred feminine to awaken, heal, and transform, which is like exactly what I want to do. Like I'm all about that divine feminine. So yeah, this book just kind of helps you find the goddess within yourself. And I know this, I've read a little bit, haven't read much, but this is the one that I have read a little bit of. I'm working on it. So yeah, super exciting. This next one I got, I found this in the bargain section and I was like, what the heck? This is the Pocket Book of Dreams, Interpreting and Guiding Your Dream World by Pamela Ball. And I have another book by her that I'll get to in a second. And I realized I don't have any books about dream interpretation and I always have super vivid dreams. And some of you guys know, learning to astral project, haven't got there yet, only have done lucid dreaming. But yeah, my husband always is like, babe, what does it mean if like blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about interpreting dreams. So I was like, I really just should get a simple, like very easy beginner level dream interpretation. Cause you know, there's like the A through Z dream Bible, like all that stuff. And that's just a little too dense for me right now. I would love to just like, you know, dip my toes into it. So yeah, I just want to like learn a little bit about dreams, not go too crazy in depth, but I'll read to you what it says on the back. It says, learn how to harness the life-changing power of dreams with this handy guide. From how to enjoy lucid dreaming to discovering how to interpret dream sequences, all you need to know about your sleeping adventures is here. This book also contains an A through Z of the most common dream meanings and wise words of wisdom about the subject from a range of well-known literary figures. So I've glanced through it. I haven't read it yet. Contents include introduction, getting a good night's sleep, creative dreaming, managing your dreams, and common themes and dreams, and then A through Z of dream interpretation. So just like flipping through, like it's so pretty and like it looks very beginner dream level. So I'm excited about this. I've really been wanting to get into interpreting my dreams, but just didn't have the knowledge. So hopefully this will give me that knowledge. This next book is big, you guys. Like for a witchy book, this is big. They're usually not so big. Like this might be my biggest one. My astrology one's probably, yeah. Do you see that? My astrology one, which is huge. So this book is very big. This is also by Pamela Ball. This is the one, she wrote the Pocket Book of Dreams too. So this one also was bargain priced and I was like, holy shit. On the back it says, this book reveals how to become a natural magician using knowledge gathered over thousands of years by magicians and mystics alike, techniques employing plants, trees, crystals, and incense along with meditation, ritual, chanting, and dreams. The tools to give expressions to your creativity and beliefs, and a wide range of methods to bring about the positive changes in your life. Okay, I wanna go through the contents with you guys. I feel like this is a good, like, oh my God, holy shit. These contents are huge. You have magic and beliefs through the ages, which super dense on history, which I love because like I feel I've read a lot of witchy books, and a lot of them have a little history section, but none go so in depth as to like, you know, Celtic, Korean, Native American, voodoo and hoodoo, which obviously are close practices, do your research, but it's super interesting to still learn about them. And like, I think it's, from my understanding, you can still like research the history of a close practice, you just can't practice that unless you're in that. But yeah, so much history, which I love. I'm so into history, and yeah, just so exciting. The persecution of the supernatural, which is so interesting to me, and I think so important for people who are witchy or doing witchcraft stuff, because it's so important to understand and recognize, you know, the history, the past, the people who like literally were killed for this, and like people who didn't even do stuff and just were like educated women or women who asked questions or just women, and you know, were persecuted throughout the years. That's super interesting and super, I don't know, I just feel like necessary to research and learn about. Such dense stuff, like look at all of this. This is so much. So super big, and yeah, I'm just so excited. This looks so cool. I'm really pumped for that. This next book is Inner Magic, and guys, I looked at this for 10 minutes before I found an author's name. Literally, I couldn't find it. I literally couldn't find it anywhere. I don't know why. Oh, maybe it's under this sticker. It's not under the bargain sticker. It's literally in the weirdest place. So I was like, Inner Magic. My Gabrielle Herstick, oh, it's called Inner Witch. I have a Gabrielle Herstick book called Inner Witch, which I love, and I love her. And so I was like, is this like a take on that? Because hers is called Inner Witch, A Modern Guide to the Ancient Craft, which guys, I love this one a lot. This was my first book that I ever had, and it's a good one. I want to reread it just for funsies and nostalgia. Inner Witch, A Modern Guide to the Ancient Craft, and this is Inner Magic, A Guide to Modern Witchcraft. So I was like, is this just like a reprint? Like, what is this? So of course I had to get it. And eventually I found the author in the very back, her name is Anna Marie Gallagher. This says on the back, Inner Magic is an illustrative and informative approach to contemporary witchcraft and the practices of magic. Placed in a historical and cultural context, there are explanations of the principles of witchcraft, the witch in history, and the rise of the modern witch. This book also shows you how to become a witch, what a witch is, how to cast spells, and how to find your inner magic. And I feel like most of the stuff in this book I probably know because it's a beginner's guide, but there is no shame in double down skiing on information and making sure that you just are tip top of your knowledge, you know, keeping it fresh. So looking at the contents, this also has the witch in history, persecution, all that interesting history stuff that is super cool to learn. It also has the 8 festivals, Samhain, Yule, all that stuff, different paths. This looks like a super in-depth like beginner's book. Like this is super in-depth. This is, I think, more in-depth than any of my beginner books that I read. But obviously I haven't read it, so I don't know, it might not be. But it looks like it has a whole bunch of stuff going on, which is so interesting. So I'm really excited for that. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here that I don't recognize or know of. Weaving the magical web sounds super cool. And then they have spells, ragdoll spell, Rowan cross spell. I don't really know anything about those, so that'd be super cool to learn. But yeah, I think this will be a really cool, like, pretty basic for me. But I mean, if you're new, this is probably something that'll be super good for you. I got it bargain priced as well. I will link these all below, and I'll try to find the lowest price for you guys because I got you. Next, we have Finding Fairies, Discovering Spirits, Pixies, Redcaps, and Other Fantastical Creatures in an Urban Environment by Alexandra Rowland. And I will admit, I'm not like a witch who's into like fairy magic or fae or anything. I don't really know how I feel about that. It's just not anything that's ever spoken to me or anything, but I am very interested in it. And you know, because of it not being a part of like what I do, it's like got that mystery behind it. So I was like, oh, I gotta learn. Like I have to learn about it. So yeah, I think this looks gorgeous, first of all, just looking at it. Whew. So I'm just gonna go to the contents because the back description was just very long and I didn't want to read all that. But it talks about the Fae, communicating with them, their moral divisions, which is something I've heard is very important. Those we brought with us. All these things I've never heard of. Ooh, I like how they section it off into different areas of the country. That's pretty cool. Safe hunts for the beginning Fae spotter. So yeah, super cool. Very different than anything I've ever read or looked into. And because of that, I felt like I needed to get it. And yeah, it's a gorgeous book. Super pretty. And lastly, we have, bringing it back, Gabriella Herstick, who, if you were watching 5 minutes ago, wrote the first book I ever read about witchcraft. And this is her new book, Embody Your Magic, a guided journal. So I love journals. You guys know me, I love journals, I love planners, all into that stuff. And this is super cool. I bought this a couple months ago, probably just a month ago, and I just haven't got a chance to use it, which is stupid because I should be using it. So gorgeous, like literally so pretty. I love the way she writes. I love the way she organizes her books. It's just so interesting. So I'm gonna try to find if she has like a contents page. I don't think she does. I'm gonna read the back of it. It says, no matter where you are on your spiritual journey, embrace your inner witch with the inspirational and creative prompts in this journal. Turn the pages to find powerful meditations and rituals, space for notes and spells, and information on lunar practices, color magic, sacred herbs, tarot suits, and more, so that you can better connect to the universe and your own light. Which, like, hell yeah. There's glamour magic. You guys know how I feel about that. If you watched my last video, hint, hint, go watch it if you haven't. Literally, like, a tarot spread, and then it like asks you about the cards. What card did you pull? What was your interpretation? And this is amazing because then you can go back and reference it. And you know, oh, I just love it. I love guided journals. I love them so much. Anyway, so those are all of the books that I bought, you guys. That was 6 of them. Yes. I love them so much. I'm so excited. I love buying books. If you guys have any books that you really, really like and I haven't mentioned and I don't have, please mention them down below because I'm always on the hunt for some good books, especially witchy books. And if you have a favorite author that you love, write them down below because like you guys know, I love Gabriella Herstick and I literally just want to buy all of her books. Like once you have a favorite author, it's just so easy because you know like, well, any book of theirs I know I'm gonna love because I love the way they write, so. That's just my little 2 cents on that matter. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's any other types of videos that you want me to make or anything like that. Yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye. I don't know, I don't know what I'm saying. So looking at the context,